This is the current design for the new neighborhood of Wheeler. This is the river and the neighborhood plan. So you can see we've got streets leading down toward the water, lined with buildings framing the view. On the water, there's an idea of locating a Ferris wheel with a plaza overlooking the river. And these pathways leading to the Ferris wheel, I think actually will be pretty dramatic. So let's drop down to ground level view. You can see the Ferris wheel off in the distance. So this square that you see in the foreground, this is one of the main public spaces that might have, for example, outdoor dining and cafes in it, fronted by buildings on both sides. So you'd have shop fronts lining the public space, and then way in the distance a view of that Ferris wheel. So let's drop down to ground level view. You can see this would actually have outdoor dining tables and trees and so forth. So this is kind of a in-progress computer model that doesn't have all the details in it yet. But you can see in the distance, you can see the Ferris wheel peeking up over the top of the buildings, and at night especially that would be very dramatic. You'd see the lights of the Ferris wheel, and it would let you know that there's something to go and walk down toward on the water's edge. So what we can do with the model is actually test what that feels like walking down toward the Ferris wheel. So you can see, you can get a glimpse of the Ferris wheel from a long distance away, and then the streets are lined with buildings, fronts facing the street on both sides, so it feels like a really pleasant walk as you walk closer and closer to the Ferris wheel. You can see it peeking over the tops of the buildings, so it lets you know that there's something over there to go and see. It creates anticipation. Walking down that street, row houses on both sides, for example, so people could live close to that square on the water. And then this is designed so that as you get right up close to the Ferris wheel, actually the Ferris wheel drops out of your view just for a second, and then it creates kind of a drum roll as you wait to see it around the corner, possibly a carousel here, and then you come out and there's the Ferris wheel on the river. So it creates a real kind of a drama. You see glimpses of the Ferris wheel from far away, and as you get closer, it drops out of view for a second, and then the full view opens up to you. So really kind of a dramatic view of that Ferris wheel, and then the river would be just beyond. So in the computer, we're designing the spaces, and the computer is actually quite precise. It allows us to judge the heights of the buildings and the widths of the spaces, and really adjust the design in a fine-tuned kind of a way. What I'm doing afterwards is printing a view that I like, and then turning it actually into a hand-done watercolor. So we have all of the precision and the exactness of the computer model, but I'm making it feel much warmer and more human with the watercolor.